continues. Day 2 about to get going in Gainesville with the fans lining up around the block here at Presley Stadium. About to watch their number 4 Florida Gators take on the Sun Belt South Alabama Jaguars. And welcome to the NCAA Softball Regionals presented by Capital One.
I'm so ready.
You've already filmed a TikTok today. Throw one bouncer in the hole and past Wallace. And a leadoff single for Brasher to get South Alabama's day started.
A hit and run.
Bunted in front. There's Kowalewski making the throw over to Williams covering. So the sacrifice bunt good. 5-4 in the book.
Where she struggles and where she's going to have to tighten up is with pitches out of the zone.
That's down the left field line for a base hit. And South Alabama takes the 1-0 lead. Throw a little bit late ahead of the tag by Erickson.
Being able to be aggressive early on, you know that's where the best pitches are going to be. In this one, it misses over the plate. You can see it doesn't break to that outer corner. And that was a good throw, but just a tad bit too late. Whenever you have the speed of Brasher going behind her, is yes, no nonsense, but she knows how to bring the most out of her players.
Right back to Rothrock, goes to short one. Wallace on to first, not in time. But they do get the lead runner there on the fielder's choice. 2 seasons for Howard College in Big Spring, Texas, where she was an All-American twice. Throw down by Erickson, right there, but the ball out of Wallace's glove, trickling into left field.
Once in a lifetime for Becky Clark, but she's established she can get very solid pitchers.
Kendra Falby tries to bunt, and that one handled by Brandstetter for out number 1 with a plus 64 scoring margin. 2-2 hammered, deep right field, sends Bachhaus back, and she just backs up to the track and makes the play. Didn't really know how much room she had out there with the wry smile, but all's well that ends well.
Expectations, the bar, the standard, whatever you want to call it, it's been set for them.
That's a little bit outside. So Skylar Wallace is on here with 2 outs. In 2022 most recently, looking for their 10th trip in the last 11 full seasons to the Supers. There goes Wallace, throw down, and it's a good one from Willems. Even better tag by Sims.
And they were ready. Willems, not only can she tag, she can throw too. Skylar Wallace hosed over at second, and South Alabama looking to add some more.
In the first inning, so something to tuck away with history being on the Jags side. Willems bounces the opposite way. There's the freshman Williams over to first in time. Well, we saw the postseason success as well, coming off of their SEC tournament win. That's driven deep and off of the wall, off of the bat of Welch. She'll hold at first base, just a long...
Just that time and time again.
Bounce the opposite way, and there's Williams. Got it before it hit the ground, and she doubles up Welch. 4-3 it goes. Oklahoma State and LSU in Southern Illinois. Off the fist, tough play out in shallow center and hauled in by Sims. 1 out. Alabama and Southeastern Louisiana had an early start because of...
Out and really excelled in this big stage.
1-2 pitch, flown out, deep center field. Brasher has room and tracks it for out number 2. Regional final in Durham. Florida hoping to reverse the trend for their conference. This is to shallow right center, and there's Bachhaus. Well, this has been an easy game so far for Olivia Lackey. She's faced her own, throwing all but 1 1/3 of the team's 21 innings. Struck out 14 in those 3 games. And there's one more to add to her tally in her freshman season.
2 aces were going to be coming out just swinging punches.
1-2 is popped up. Should be easy for Otis. She's got it 2 away. Up at the plate now, who has scored the only run of the game for the Jaguars so far. More stellar defense from freshmen on this infield for Florida.
Over another team. They are going to will themselves into a win.
That's a high drive, deep right field. Bachhaus looks at it, leave. Welcome to the NCAA tournament. Ava Brown, 13th home run of the year. Now she's driven in 40.
Skylar Wallace, Ava Brown says, add my name to the list. This is a pitch that is thigh high on the outer corner. She stays on this so well, it literally clears the park. Not just the fence, but the park. This ball was blasted. And look at this celebration coming in. With me, and fortunately for them, they all get to share and lean on themselves as they're going through it.
Couple of hops over to the right side, and there's Cordova for out number 1 here in the third. And a 2-2 count. And taken on the inside corner, Lackey comes right back, and we are officially back underway with strikeout. Temperature has dropped slightly, 86 degrees, feels like 94. That one's over to third, and there is Brandstetter for the final out here in the third. We will chat with the Florida head coach, Tim Walton, when we return, find out just what the Gators did.
And kind of lull yourself to sleep. But then also, whenever you come back out here, understand that all that time of you sitting out, you want to be able to come out with urgency.
Francesca's first season, the former Florida great who's going into the Gators Hall of Fame coming up later this year. There's a cut and a miss as Stagner went up in the zone to try to get that one from Rothrock. Looser right now is delayed, as well as Knoxville. Came inside and plunked Brandstetter. At bat to Willems. Bouncer over to Wallace. She'll go the short way and flip it to Williams to retire the side here in the top of the fourth inning. 2-2, ripped off of the glove of Brandstetter. Fair ball. Chugging into second. The throw, Otis is in there. Lead off, two-bagger.
Tim Walton talked about they squared up.
Hitting 149. 149 in a month for Skylar Wallace, and she has torn up pitching recently, including right there into center, and it gets past a diving Brasher. This could be real trouble. One run easily scores, getting the go-ahead. Wallace in there! 2-run inside the Parker for Skylar Wallace, and Florida leads.
Talk about giving a team your energy. 2.5-hour break. What? This one is a hard line drive laced by Wallace. 2 back-to-back hard hits. But what she does right here, as soon as that ball gets past, she's automatically thinking, I'm going for 3. And you can see whenever that relay is cut, the thought of, oh my gosh, she's going to go home by Sims. She didn't even a little bit more time before that ball dropped down.
Right back through the middle, and it gets into center field, sneaking past 3 different Jaguars. And there's Jocelyn Erickson's first hit of the week. He has driven in 20 in that stretch. High drive, left field. Welch backs up and makes the play. Walsh flirting with her potential 17th home run of the year.
Yes, she's your ace. Yes, she's your go-to.
Bunted by Kistler. They'll go to second. Nice pick. Well done by Cordova to get the lead runner. 6 games. 2-2. Got her on the inside corner looking. So Lackey gets out of it. But first of 3 today. We had over a 2-hour and 40-minute weather delay, which is why we're only still in the first game of the day. There's a fly ball out to Otis, no problem. Bailey Welch flies out to left. That ball is tagged out to left. Otis still backing up and makes the play. Thought it had a little bit more off of the bat plan. You're going to win it in the early hours of potentially tomorrow morning. Over to second for Williams. And that's an easy 1-2-3 9-pitch inning for Keegan Rothrock. Coming back after getting a couple, she shuts down.
Proving herself, she's a great pitcher. And her mental mindset, her ability to zone in, get tougher, that is what she's known for. She is pitch.
Over to third, Brandstetter, Cordova one, couldn't get it out of her glove, and because that, Williams beats it out. Fielded cleanly. That might have been a 5-4-3 twin killing.
That absolutely
3-2, down the left field line, it's fair. Williams gonna hustle into third. Fulby's into second. 2 in scoring position as Florida won't let up. Has taken the MCAT, is going to be a cardiothoracic surgeon, an incredibly intelligent player on and off the field. And she looks at ball 4.
And the ever dangerous
Right back through the box. Wallace wins the battle again. 2 more runs in for Florida. And a little bit of cushion here for the Gators.
with 2 RBIs. Didn't score herself this time, but this one low in the zone. You saw the way that back knee went down to meet that ball, and then the extension all the way through, just ripping it up the middle. Talk about a leader. This is her last year, and she's last inning against Lackey. Left her in a little bit too long, and Tori Miller, the sophomore, she's coming in. We're gonna see a lot of screwballs from her. That's gonna be her main pitch.
Over the summer, pretty much right after the College World Series.
Literally the week after.
Yep. 4-pitch walk here to Erickson to greet Miller.
Otis, you see Wallace, you see Erickson, and you're like, man, that top half. Sometimes she goes by the wayside.
Yeah, that one was off the end of the bat, though, and Cordova's underneath it. Infield fly was called anyway. It's the SEC opponents. Kistler into right center field. That's down for a base hit, and that could clear the bases. Erickson waved around. Here's the throw. It's late. Give Florida 3 more.
Follow. Look at this. This is low outer half. The way that she's able to extend almost falls down. But that doesn't matter. As soon as that ball got past second, you could tell Erickson didn't even hesitate rounding third. She knew that she was going to be going home trying to score. That is big time.
Florida's 31-1 this season.
All right, don't let them score.
That seems to be the name of the game. And now first and second after the walk to Brown, and Kowalewski will come up. High drive, deep right field, and over the head of Bachhaus. Gators walk it off, and Florida is heading to the regional final. A 6-run 5th inning, 9-1. Gators over the Jaguars.
Gator team is deadly.
This was a razor-tight ball game going into the 4th when they scored 2, and now 6 here in the 5th. This is your game, courtesy of Kowalewski.
Kowalewski says goodbye, ball. That one, a shot. Talked about the outfield being shallow. Bacchus, she's just not able to get back in time. Even if she was, that ball was hit so hard. An absolute monster bomb.
We will step aside and talk to Skylar Wallace, our hero today for the Gators. A 2-run inside the park home run, drove in 4.